I think this is such a good question. I think it was my ability to quickly relate to them, to find some common ground, and it was just to establish rapport. And it's going to be depending on whoever, whatever their circumstances are. I always have a notepad, always, and I'm always taking notes on what they're saying. And so this one is backyard faces north. They want to move towards a place that has more family support. They're talking about their bonus room here. What their plan is. I'm circling things. I'm making notes. I'm like literally trying to be, I'm not like really a therapist, obviously, but like just trying to make them feel heard, because chances are in their previous realtor relationship, that's one of the reasons why they got frustrated, is they just didn't feel heard. So I try to do that. The precise things that I do, normally when I call expireds, I have two screens up. So if I were to turn this around, you could see it. I have my MLS screen or my database up so I can like keep notes in the conversation. But then on this screen, I have the MLS listing pulled up and I've already kind of looked at it. So this one, I'm kind of looking at it now. And I'm just seeing why. I'm just kind of giving some reasons in my head why I think it didn't sell. So then I can ask the seller. So in, casual conversation, I can say, so, why do you think that the house didn't sell? I mean, I was really surprised that it didn't sell. And then they can say, well, the pictures. And I can go, yeah, were those, I'm looking at the pictures now, like, were those cell phone pictures? And I know they were. So I'm like, oh, were those? And then they can say, oh, yeah, I really think they were. I'm like, oh, I really think they were too. So then you're relating that way. I'm not talking negative about the agent, but, nobody that's an agent should be using cell phone pics. I'm sorry. We're getting a pretty big commission. I don't care what it is. You can get $500 and you still should have better than cell phone pictures. So anyway, also I can see cell phone pics a mile away no matter how great your editing skills are. So because nothing really outshines an actual camera that's been digitally edited and enhanced by a professional photographer. So I'll look at that. I'm looking to see if it's vacant and whether or not it's virtual staged. So then that's something that I can precisely mention to the seller. Like, by the way, I noticed that your house wasn't virtually staged. Did you know that even having a virtually staged house increases the chances of an offer, because the buyer can visually place where their own furniture is going to go, and it's important to have that data in the house when the buyer goes to look at it. So not only online, but also having flyers or just a printout even of the MLS is important, so that the buyer can walk through, because buyers today are less and less able to visualize. And normally you get a response of like, yeah, that's totally true. I thought about that, or blah, blah, blah. Also talk about it from a safety perspective, and having a virtually staged house can sometimes keep bad guys away if they don't know, if they're like casing actual vacant houses. So word to the wise, if you live in an area where crime is an issue, maybe it's a good idea to just have it as a standard rule for you to not ever list houses vacant without them being virtually staged. It's not really expensive. But also part of our commission, I think it's a hot topic, but part of our commission, in my opinion, I'll just speak for me, part of my commission is already allocated towards marketing. So part of my commission, it's not all of my commission is my living wage. And I talk about that. I'm like, my commission is not only my living wage, there's a fraction of it. There's usually 1/3. 1/3 of my commission is my living wage, 1/3 goes to Uncle Sam, and 1/3 I've already allocated towards marketing in my marketing budget. And that includes my admin salary. It includes all the open houses that we do and the process to do them. It includes all marketing materials and paper materials and signs and lock boxes and all the things that go into marketing a house. And has anybody ever really broken that down to you? And most of the time people are like, no one's ever really broken it down to me like that. I'm like, great, well, I'd love the opportunity to, so that you understand what this business is about and what my fee is and how it all works together. And so this is how everybody sort of gets along, and we're all on the same page and blah, blah. So that's just a fraction of the precise things. I wanted to give you some precise things. And normally, like in the conversation at some point, I begin to feel like someone that they can confide in, someone that is making a lot of sense, someone that is bringing some points up that maybe others haven't. I am never, ever saying, if I can just have 10 minutes to get in the house and show you why, never. I'm just like, so, how's it going? Why did the house not sell? Are you going to be relisting it? Why do you think it didn't sell? Oh, that makes sense. Let me ask you this. I mean, that's probably my favorite script is, oh, that's great. Let me ask you this. And I just keep asking to get them to talk, because the other thing is, if you get somebody on the phone and they don't want to talk to you, then I don't want to talk to them either. So if somebody's like grumpy, I'm like, I don't want you. like, because there's so much abundance in this business right now that I don't have to convince someone that's ugly to want to work with me. So, I mean, that's just me. You could work it how you want to. I just choose not to work with ugly people. And in the South, we call mean people ugly. So I don't mean like physically ugly. Anyway, just want to put that out there. I mean like just ugly, like ugly attitude, meanie pants, something like that. So hope that helps.